Hey, Christopher, Terry Bradley here, simpleswingthoughts.com, and here is your swing analysis. And what I've done, Christopher, is I've put you at the top, and I've paired you with Robert Carlson down here at the bottom. You all have similar body types, so it's easier for me to just see what we got going on here. Now, yeah, I've looked at your swing, Christopher, yeah, and it seems like that you do have somewhat of a sort of a bob, sort of you come up and you come down. And that's really not a bad thing, Christopher, if you can pull it off. I don't know how your shots are going. It looked like to me some of your shots you got kind of frustrated with. But let's take a look here. Now, I really like the way, I like your posture. I like your setup here. I like the way you got the slight knee bend. I like the way your back's somewhat straight, arms are hanging down. And I really like that posture there. And two over here on the front view, um, I really like the way you've got the little more weight on your left leg, forward shaft lean going there, head behind the ball. You got the hips kind of in a pre-impact position, not too much. I like to go 55-45, so it's almost not noticeable, only within myself that I know that I have that little weight shift there at setup. So, but I like that there. So let's see what we got here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to compare both as we go back, and I'm going to start with you up here. And it looks like you have pretty good takeaway off the ball. I like the way the club's outside the hands. Uh, Looks like you have the V going there. Um, and let's look at Robert's swing down here. Let's sort of go frame by frame. Now, as you know, Robert takes the club back too. Um, Good positioning. So both of you all in good positions right here. Now, as you come back to the backswing, I like that position there, just like Carlson. I like the position there. It seems like the hands and the club just have now come together. That's good positioning there. So you've got good weight. Really looks good so far. Now, as you come to the top of your backswing, this is where you start to, you see your right leg here, Christopher. You see how that right leg begins to straighten? Well, we don't want that to straighten. Okay, and I'm going to show you why. Notice Carlson here. Notice the bend in his right knee. I just want you to concentrate. Let me draw my little line right there. I've got this little oval thing going here that I really like to use now. Well, not an oval, okay? I'll just leave it right there as an arrow. So you see a little arrow right there. Notice when Robert comes to the top of his backswing, you notice how he keeps his bend in his legs. He does not come up. Okay, so when he comes top of his backswing, you see his knee is still bent. You, on the other hand, you see how you've come all the way up out of your posture. Okay, if you didn't come out of your posture, Christopher, this would be excellent positioning because your hands are right where they need to be. Your head is right where it needs to be. You just need to stay in your knee bend. Okay, now let's come down. Now, here's the thing, Christopher, because you came out of your posture and your knee is straight, you're going to have to do a lot of correction coming down. So as I drop your club, I want you to see this. As I drop your club coming down, you see how that made you come over the top a little bit? See that little move? See how you came over the top and now you're a little bit outside your ball. You see how high your club shaft is on your shoulder? That club shaft needs to be more in the middle of your bicep. And let me show you why. So as you see Robert comes down, you see how Robert just drops his arms? See how he just drops his arm beautifully into position? You see how his knee bend never left, really never left his posture, okay, as he comes back down. So remember, as Robert came back, okay, that knee straightened a little bit, but yours basically locked out, okay, yours locked. You see, so Robert stayed in his posture, so now when he drops his arms, now he's in a beautiful position now to make a good ball strike. Now his club's on plane, whereas you're a little over the top up here. And as you come through, I can't really see it, but from the positions, I know that you probably cut this ball a little bit, or you may have tried to save it by flipping your wrist. I'm not sure which because I can't see. But as you come down, okay, I like the posture there. It's just that now you see you've had to save it. This is so steep that you had to save that club. Okay, so as you come down, now you're kind of looks like you're kind of over the top because you kind of gave up on it right there. You came up out of your posture a little bit, kind of gave up. See how your club's coming across the line? You see how that club's crossing that line right there? I can see it crossing. Notice Roberts, when he comes down, you see how his club gets out in front of him and he approaches it from the inside. You see how his club comes right there from the inside, whereas you're a little bit over the top. And then Robert hits the ball square, head behind the ball, and he comes up. Okay. Again, Christopher, the only thing that got you was you came up, that knee straightened up way too much. Keep that knee bent, and that'll keep you in your posture. Okay. Let's go to the front view here. I'm thinking it's pretty much going to be the same thing. Notice your takeaway. I really like your takeaway. I like the way your arms are extended. I like that extension right there. And as you can see, Carlson, as he's practicing down here, let me get him back to where he needs to be. Okay, let's step into his swing here. Excuse me. So as Robert takes the club back, what we're going to see the same thing. Robert takes the club back. Nice extension, nice extension. Looks good. Everything looks good. And let's see if you straighten that leg as it comes up. Yep. You see how that you're coming up right there because that knee is straightening too much. But everything else seems to be right on plane. Now look at Robert. When Robert comes up, you see how his knees don't move? That knee bend stayed right where it was at address. And so now he's basically set to just come down into the ball without any kind of bobbing up and down. So now again, you've got to compensate for that, and probably what happens is you kind of come over, see how you come over the top a little bit, just a little bit over the top. But I like the way your head kind of stays behind the ball. You see, this is a journey. This is something that it's going to be fun to work on for you, because once you figure this out, Christopher, you're going to be a heck of a ball striker. Okay, you just got to get away from this bobbing up and down with that right leg straightening out. Okay, so when you come down, you got to make sure that you get away from that bob, and that way that'll keep your club tracking to the inside as you drop your arms and keep your head behind the ball. Okay, and as you come through, it looks like yeah, you came up. Looks like you didn't like the shot, but I'm telling you, not that far away, Christopher. Believe me, you're not that far away. Okay, now as Carlson comes down, let's just finish his swing out. As he comes down, you see how now he stays in posture, and all he has to do now is drop the club into place. You see, head behind the ball, and then he releases through the ball. Okay, it's all because he stayed in his posture, kept that right knee right where it needs to be all during the golf swing. So again, Christopher, work on this. Please work on this. Send me another video, both front view and down view, with that knee not straightening out. And if you drop your arms, head behind the ball, like we do on simple swings, you're going to be striking that ball a whole lot better. Okay? You're probably no more than 3 inches off because that knee is straightening 3 inches on your backswing. Okay? Thanks, Christopher. Again, tee them up, hit them straight. Please send me the videos that maybe you've made some corrections on. I'd love to see them, and we'll go from there. Okay? Until then, talk to you soon.